What's up, Cancer? This is Jesse with 44 Astro, and this is a reading for the new moon on July 17th in Cancer in your sign while the sun is in Cancer, and also it will fall on a Monday, which is the day ruled by the moon. So, this is a great moon to set intentions for what you want. I'm going to do a Thoth tarot spread, but first I'm going to draw a Moonology card because this is a moon reading for the new moon, and we're going to see what the intentions should be set to, or kind of give us an idea of what you should be setting your intentions to. Then I'm going to do a Thoth spread, and then I'm going to do some clarifiers with the Thoth deck. What should Cancer be setting their intentions to for this new moon in Cancer on the moon's day? And with the sun also being in Cancer, it would suggest that secrets or things that are hidden will be brought to light. And new moons are all about new beginnings. So those things brought to light could lead to a new beginning, whatever that means. Sometimes we hear secrets and they make us move on. Not that that's what's going to happen to you, but let's see what card wants to come out. Come on, show me. That's almost it. Oh, there it is. Communication is key. New moon in Gemini. So communication is key. New moon in Gemini. Well, you got to communicate. Let's see what the situation with communication is, and then we'll see kind of what the paths are, what the advice is, and what the outcome is. Tell me to stop for Cancer. Ooh, almost. New moon intention. Ooh, that's definitely where we stop. Ooh. That is a card of deception right there. But a new path. But with a new moon, I would suggest there's going to be some kind of a new beginning, probably around communication. One side looks like squabbling, one side suggesting balance. It's going to be, you need to bring balance to some kind of situation, some kind of sudden situation. Some people like to see the bottom card. I don't really pay much mind to this card because if it needed to be in the reading, it would be out here as far as I'm concerned. Some people like to use that as the overall. That's what the moon card was for. All right, current situation or the current question. I mean, it's saying communication is key. And then we got this. Got the Seven of Swords, which definitely suggests some kind of strategic communication or communication not necessarily being the healthiest. You have the Fool, which is a new beginning or a new journey, or just being happy like a fool, which is not a bad thing. And then you got Death. So it looks like a transformation from that. It's like you need to be strategic in communicating to get, to get the transformation into this new path. So communication is key, and it's going to be, this communication may be, could be really, really manipulative with this kind of energy, communicating in a way that's only for their benefit. Could be that you're trying to communicate what's for your benefit, but who doesn't do that to some extent? And there needs to be some kind of transformation in that, or a transformation that comes from that leads to being happy like the Fool, or the new. The question seems to be like, how do I communicate in this situation to get the transformation I'm looking for? But in the current path, this would be the current path that you're on. Some happens suddenly. It could be what causes an argument or what causes this kind of communication. Like that's what the Tower is, sudden. And the Justice would suggest keeping balanced in the communication if you want harmony, which would be what this 3 card is. Kind of happy situation, happy harmony. Could be the communication has to do with a 3-party situation of some sort. This could be that your significant other may be communicating to somebody you don't want them communicating with. That doesn't mean cheating or anything. That could just be somebody that you don't particularly like. bad influence on them or something like that. So it could be that it's a three-party situation that you need to bring balance to, and it's gonna be sudden. Whatever the situation is, like it's gonna hit the argument, or the communication is gonna probably hit suddenly, but you need to bring balance to it. Okay, and we're gonna get clarifiers on that, but it looks like you need to bring some kind of balance to it. It could be that, like, because this could be a divorce card, because it's justice, it's a courtroom. So if you are a coupled Cancer, and and it could just be bringing balance to the situation, but if you're thinking about divorce, it could be like a sudden thing that's even brought toward you because of a three-party situation. And I hope that's not the case. And for single Cancers, it could be you need to bring balance to some kind of three-party situation with friends or anything like that. It could be that you need to transform the way your mind is, like the way you communicate yourself is stealing from yourself. The way you think, it's stealing from you. And you need to make a transformation to get that new beginning. And that transformation will suddenly lead to like balance and even emotional balance and a good time. But if you're coupled, it could be argument, and it could just be, even if you're not coupled, it could just be arguments with specific people. It's kind of what it feels like. You need to bring balance to some kind of situation like that, a three-party situation. Even if it's not you directly, it could be friends, could be a friend that you have that's having a three-party situation that you're giving them advice to. But it says communication is key. So keeping everything on the level and keeping it honest. This is the other path you can choose to go on. This looks like squabbling here for sure. The other one says you're going to bring balance to it. This one looks like a lot of passion, energy in the home. And again, it's the Four of Rods. It's the home card with the Five of Rods and the Page of Rods. So it's like a lot of like passionate, fiery energy. And in the middle of like, that passionate communication, you have this, which is like squabbling between many people. And it could be about your home. It could be people from within your home. It could be like within your like family unit. Maybe you live at home with your family. You're squabbling about it. It could definitely be something like that. And this situation, it could be that. It might not be necessarily with a loved one. It could be that, or like it could be loved ones, like your family, like you live in a family unit at home with like mother, like maybe your, a daughter lives with your parents, or maybe even your grandparents live with you, or your parents moved in. It could be something like that. All those kind of things. And Cancers are very nurturing, like motherly types, and that a male or female, you'll have that in you to some extent. And they rule the fourth house, which is the house of the home. So it could be that you would let family members move in, or even friends or whatever, and there could be some kind of harsh communications around that, or some kind of arguments around what's going on in the home or in whatever this situation is. But the advice is got the Five of Swords in it, which just suggests you winning whatever this is, if it's argumentative. And again, you got the Lovers there, which is a balance card, but it's also, could be loved ones or your significant other if you are partnered. And then it's got, the Eight of Pentacles, which is working hard. So it could be that the communication is like, you got to work hard through whatever this is, whether it's with a loved one, you just got to communicate that. Like, you're going to have the higher ground, but that's only if you're willing to, lay out that you're willing to work hard for this relationship, whatever it is, or for this family unit, or whatever it is, for friends. And Cancers care a lot about the people that they care about a lot, and they'll generally do anything for them. So it's kind of what it's saying. Communication is key. So those people that you care about, if there's any kind of arguments, any kind of animosity, any kind of like about anything, a living situation, whatever it is, just communicate that you're willing to work hard on it, and that and this is kind of showing like that you've got the higher perspective in this situation. See them walking away, they don't have swords. One of them's crying at the water. You don't have his sword anymore, and you have all the swords. Two of them are laying at your feet. So like you may have the upper hand in all these arguments, or maybe it's your perspective specifically that needs to be given. And again, I said this last time with the Cancer reading. It could have been online, right? Because there's a lot of communication here. I see a lot of people, but I don't see quite as many. Yeah, it could be because I see the five here. Got the Five of Rods. So it could be like communication online. It could be like an online family you have, or like a chat group, or like gamer friends that you're with, and like you're the one with the perspective, right? Maybe you're the one that's winning all the games and they're jealous. Or they're hater-rating on you. Even though you got the best strategies or whatever. But it's whatever it is, you seem to have the right perspective of it. And you need to deliver it strategically to like keep everybody together in whatever way you can. Whether it's a significant other, group of friends, Facebook group, anything like that. A blog. If you have, maybe you even have a YouTube channel or something like that where you give out information. There'd definitely be a lot of people squabbling and arguing. I feel like I got that for you last time. That was just for the 777 reading. This is the new moon. This is for setting intentions, and it's saying again, communication is key. I can't make it up. So, yeah. And then your outcome, of course, is 2 aces, Ace of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles. But it's got the 8 of Cups. So, he's walking away from the material aspect of things. And he's walking toward the emotional ones. And, maybe that's it. Maybe you need to get these people to stop focusing on this and, be like, it's hard to tell people like, hey, if your only motivation is money or your only motivation is to get for yourself materially, you're cold to this. And, Cancers have this. This is what Cancers generally want. They want this. They want that connection, that love, and they want that nurturing. A lot of water signs want that. Most anybody wants that for real. But, we are water, right? Water signs are water. I'm a Scorpio by sun, and I have a lot of planets in Scorpio. And so it's kind of saying the outcome is that you're definitely going to be walking toward that, but can you communicate in a way that's going to help others walk that way with you? It could be that you're counseling people in a sort of way, like you're an influencer in some way, that you're influencing individuals to it isn't all about this. Even though this isn't bad to have, it's good to have money. It helps you have, you don't have any power or influence without money most of the time, but you don't have to have that to have influence on people. You'd be surprised that emotion, people attach to this a lot more than they attach to money, believe it or not. If you can strike an emotional response from someone, you're going to get a response. It might not necessarily be a good one, but you'd be surprised how effective it is to tap into individuals' emotions. And, I think you want people's cups to overfloweth, and maybe it's communication about that. Could be like arguments, group of friends that live in a house and they're worried about bills and stuff. It's like, look, if we just, work together and communicate and take care of each other and look out for each other, like we'll figure it out and it'll work out in a way. And generally it will with situations like that. If it's with a loved one, it could be, let's stop focusing so much on this in our love life or in our relationship, and let's focus, walk toward this, And I think that as a Cancer, you're in, especially if your significant other is an earth sign or someone that's heavily money focused or material focused, there's no one better than a Cancer to help people see this love. That's motherly energy. Cancer, it's the 4th house. In astrology, the 4th house represents the mother. It just is what it is, and so does the moon. It's beautiful energy. Cancer is a beautiful sign, sweet sign, caring sign. You know what I mean? So let me see here. What do we want to clarify on here? First, I'm clarifying on the middle here what the 7 of Swords is, even though it feels pretty straightforward. But I want to clarify what's the 7 of Swords for Cancer. Oh, there we go. All right, I see it wants rest, success. Ooh, indolence, walking away. Well, in this deck, it's not really walking away. In this deck, it's a little different in the Thoth deck. So you got Truce, which is the Lord of Truce. It's more of like a balance card in this deck instead of resting. It's like a Truce you could suggest is still resting. 6 of Pentacles in this is less about giving and taking. It's more about just success in and of itself. And then you have indolence, which is like being stagnant, right, in a situation. So it's like you're trying to find a truce with this. Like that's what that strategic thing is. It's like you're trying to find a truce that's going to bring success. Because like on one side of this success is that truce, and on the other side of that success is stagnancy. And I think that's why communication is key. Communication is key because you can find this success, right? If you find a way to negotiate, be the emissary of the truce, whatever, in a balanced way if you can, because you got justice there for balance, and then you can stop the stagnancy of the current situation and move it on. And I think it feels like that you're doing that. Now I got to see what the Tower is. And on the bottom was the Lovers, by the way, but the Lovers is already in the reading as well with advice. So it definitely could be in a relationship or coupled ones. But it could definitely be, just like a bigger situation with friends or, like I said, community of some sort. People you care about, just home life in general, if you live at home with family or roommates even that you look at like family, loved ones. All right, what's this tower? What's this sudden change between the Justice? Ooh, there we go. The Justice and the Three of Cups. Ooh, disappointment, wealth, Empress. Got a motherly card there for sure. So disappointment, it's disappointment in this deck, but it's basically the same thing, right? Like the Five of Cups is the Five of Cups. It's the Lord of Disappointment in this deck, which is still just not focusing on the positive. But you also have the Ten of Pentacles, which is like a happy home card, and wealth, inheritance, that type of thing. It's just, in this case, it's called the Lord of Wealth, straight up. Like it's just called the Lord of Wealth. At the bottom it says wealth, it's the Lord of Wealth. And it's not gonna focus on my head. And then the Empress. So it's, it's disappointment. Like, I don't think it's a pregnancy, right? I don't think anything else would suggest a pregnancy unless there was, like, I was talking about that three-way situation that maybe you decided to have a three-way and somebody got pregnant. I don't know about that. That's a little personal, a little bit direct, or a little bit specific. So I doubt that. It could be like a new project, a new home that you're in, or wanting to move home. I mean, but it feels like an abundance, though. Like, because you got the wealth there, like a sudden injection of abundance or a new idea. But I don't know why the Three of Cups is there. It's like maybe you're not focusing on, the happiness of the home and, the beauty that's in your home, right? It's like you're focusing. It could be you that's focusing on it. It could be someone else that's focusing on it. Like, it could be in the situation, everyone's focusing kind of on the disappointment in this. But, what they have is just, a really great group of people or a really great relationship and a happy home. And, an Empress, like, that's, new ideas. It's abundance in itself, but it also could be pregnancy. And it is a moon card. It's fascinating. Something happened in a social situation. Oh, that wanted to stop. That's definitely going to be for this other path. Power. Seven of Cups. Princess of Swords. Yeah, some kind of communication, confused communication. People trying to get the upper hand with each other on this other path. It looks like it's got the squabbling. So I think on this path that you're on, if you can just focus on the positive with that disappointment card, focus on the two cups that are standing up and see the wealth and the beauty in the situation and help other people see it. You can help others see it, and it's going to make it better for everyone. And you're going to be able to lead people from that material to that emotional wealth and show them because you have emotional wealth, it's going to lead to material wealth. There's no way around it. So this was on the other path. You got the Knight of Swords, or is it the Prince of Swords? I think that's the Prince. Yeah, Princess of Swords. So you have a princess in this deck and a prince. So it's a little different. So basically you have a page and a female page, but it's a little different. Princess of Swords, you got Seven of Cups, which is called the Lord of Debauchery, and then which is really just a lot of confusion. And then the Power card, the Four of Pentacles, and this isn't really a miser card, it's about power. So yeah, this squabbling over here within the home, or within about a home, or within a home situation, or whatever on this path. Yeah, the communication here is not good. Like if you take this path, that's playing that argumentative game, and that's debauchery is never good. You don't want to take that path in your communication, and you don't want to just try to have power over the other individual in communication either. You're never going to get anywhere with that. And I don't think you're not on that path. So as long as you don't get drug into it, there may be other people trying to be like that. And if you get drug into it, it could take you away from recognizing the beauty and the wealth in the situation. The last thing I want to see is, I think that's pretty straightforward. Like you have what you need. I kind of want to look over here, just kind of see, with the Lovers, just to kind of, now stop. Ooh, the Tower again. But you have all the strength that you need. And there's the Eight of Pentacles again. So in the advice where the Eight of Pentacles, the Five of Swords, and the Lovers were, You got the Eight of Pentacles again, which is called prudence, which is like stay the course. And you have the Nine of Rods in this one is called strength, and it has the root chakra going all the way up to the crown chakra. You know, from Malkuth to Kether. So you have the moon going all the way to the sun, the base to the top. So it's great strength. You have everything you need, even in this tower situation. So be prudent. You have everything you need in whatever this tower situation is. It could just be some sudden situation that happens with a loved one or within your family. You know, on social media, somebody said something really controversial, and you know the communication around it's crazy, and then you're gonna have to show everybody how to get from this, just focusing on just what was written or what happened, to get them to this. You know what I mean? And I don't think there's a sign in the zodiac better than Cancer to do that. And I think you will do that. I hope this did help you in some way, Cancer. I'm trying to grow the channel, so hopefully, if you did like the reading or that it resonated in some way, feel free to hit a like, subscribe, leave me a comment, as I am trying to grow the channel. That's really all I have for the reading. I hope to see you again soon. Thank you for being here.